We're gonna get silly today. We're gonna get goofy. We're gonna do our makeup and we're gonna vibe. It is so dark and gloomy today. I swear to God, the sun never rose in Toronto. It is dark and depressing. So I've got some jazz music going. I have to film a little bit of content today. So I just wanted to vibe with you guys while I get ready and catch up and see how everyone's been doing. Hi, Rawi, how's it going? You are our first live stream viewer. Hi, Sergeant Miles, how's it going? How's everyone doing today? I hope you're all having a lovely, lovely day. Hi, DJ. Hi, Dimith. Whew. New Year's is coming so close and I'm so ready to just fucking own 2025. Like, I just feel the good vibes for that year, you know? Thank you, Martin. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Gary the millionaire. Hi, Merlin. It is not evening where I am, but it feels like it. Like, this is the natural light coming in because it's so dark and rainy today. And we're approaching the darkest day of the year, which, if you guys know, is December 21st. It's the winter solstice. So it gets dark here at like 4:30, which I hate. I'm such a summer girl, so I'm at my weakest in terms of spiritual power, you know? So it is what it is, but it is what it is. Okay. Hair is brushed. I'm gonna put a little serum into it because it's been a little dry lately. I've been blow drying it too much, but it always feels so nice when I blow dry it, so I can't help myself. I try to only blow dry like 1 to 2 times a week maximum, and then just let it be natural the rest. Especially if I'm like going to the gym and stuff, it's like not good to like wash your hair every single day because then it dries out. But yeah. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Chris. You're so sweet. First super chat of the day. Hey Maya, I have a question. Do I ever annoy you? I am autistic and worry about how I interact with people. You don't annoy me. And I think that as long as you are having awareness of like how your behaviors are affecting those around you and you check in with people, then I think you shouldn't worry and you should be proud to be yourself. And, you know, there's always ways to figure out how to manage, you know, some of the difficult aspects of having autism in life, because obviously like having a neurodivergent way of living isn't always cohesive with the mainstream world or whatever. Like we feel different, you know, but finding out how to honor your authenticity and your life is so important. And, you know, worrying about how you feel in the moment as well, and surrounding yourself with people who respect and understand you for who you are as a person, everything included, you know? So don't worry. And you do not annoy me. You always send nice comments and they're very uplifting and sweet, and I appreciate them, so thank you. And as well, like I do get quite a few men that come on and like say inappropriate things, and if you're like overly flirting or, you know, being too in that direction of things, I don't appreciate that. That's not, you know, my thing on here. Like I'm just vibing and living my life. Of course, like you can send nice compliments and whatever and like be kind, but like just like watch how far you take it, you know? Because I don't come on here to be like hit on by people. That's not the vibe here. And in 2025, I just really want to like crack down on that and like not allow that to be the vibe here, because it's for friends. It's for people who want to just have, you know, a good moment and not, you know, anything else other than that. Like I don't want that to be my legacy. So as long as people are being mindful of that, then I think, you know, the respect will be mutual. Hi Casey, how's it going? Have a good day, Damith. Okay, I think I'm gonna have an Alani. I just want a little bit of extra energy today. It's a Monday. It's a little depressing here. I've got the jazz music going, but I just want to crack this open and have a good vibe, you know? How do you get such eclectic voice? Give it to me by Doc. I'm not really sure what you're saying, so I can't respond to it. It does not make sense to me. Thank you for kind words of support, man. No worries, Chris. Everyone deserves to feel supported for who they are, you know? As long as we are like wanting to make the world a better space and treat others with kindness and respect other people's boundaries, I think we're all gonna get along, you know? You wanna see my Christmas tree? Okay. I still haven't finished it, you guys, but I'll show you it. But it's so cute. I still have to like put a star on it. I kind of want to get like a different star this year. Obviously, I'm going to put way more ribbons on it. So that's where we're at with that. But I kind of want to get like a red star or something. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? So yeah. Okay. My weekend was decent. Like just straight up honesty. It was like, it was fun to a certain point, and then I feel like I had some regrets, and I just was like, you know, going through certain things, reevaluating, okay, my boundaries and like what I want out of life. You know, like we have moments where we're like, oh, I didn't enjoy this experience I had or something. And you reflect and you learn and you grow and you're like, how can I move on from this? And how can I make sure it doesn't happen again? And how can I, you know, curate a better life for myself? Whether that comes to like drinking too much alcohol or like, you know, saying yes to too many things or too many plans or whatever it is. Just keeping yourself in check and making sure you don't put yourself in situations that are detrimental to you in the long run. So I just feel like I had one of those moments this weekend where I was just like not super vibing. Hi TC, am I ready for Christmas? I'm not 100% ready, but I am excited for Christmas. Like I always look forward to it. I love the Christmas season. As everyone says, for me, it's about spending time with family. So I get to see all my sisters, my mom, even my dad, if he doesn't run and hide. And yeah, I just get to spend time with loved ones. And I think that that's what the season's all about. I do wish I had more contact with my like, what's it called? My extended family. We've kind of grown apart over the years. And like that was a big part of like my childhood growing up. So in some ways I feel sad about that, but maybe one day we'll be back together. Christmases are a little more intimate now, though I do have a ton of sisters, so there's always a full house. It was a joke. He doesn't hide from me. My parents are separated, so he just has his own thing going on. It's not like me specifically or anything like that. I don't know, he has his own issues, and you know, every family has, you know, things they've gone through and stuff, and he has his own demons that he works through, I think. And obviously it's always harder during like the holidays because those are like very family oriented things, and if you're not like close with your family, it can feel like a little bit isolating maybe. And so I just wonder maybe if that's like why he's always kind of been a little absent around Christmas. Who knows? If anything, I just feel like sympathy, you know? Thank you so much. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, thank you. It's interesting in life because we can have love for people and compassion and empathy, even if, you know, they've wronged you in some way or they've disappointed you. But you can manage that compassion and you can have boundaries where you don't allow that compassion to make you vulnerable to be in positions you don't want to be in, you know? And so I think that's kind of where I'm at. And that's the way it is, you know? Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet to me. And if anyone else is struggling during the holidays, don't worry, I feel you. We all have different things we're going through, right? So just know you're not alone. And I know that it can be a little difficult to just see other people with their picture perfect families and wish you had something more stable. So do not worry. And you know, no one's perfect. No one has a perfect life. And just because it looks perfect on social media doesn't mean it is. So just remember that when you're feeling a little hard on yourself during the holidays. Also notice that YouTube's terms and policies might strike you with a temporary ban due to many reports on your live. True, true. I think YouTube probably has me in their books at this point because I have been in the shadow bans and in the whatevers with YouTube for quite some time because of obviously like the vitriol that happens to creators like myself. So I've had to appeal constantly with YouTube. They always demonetize quite often, probably because of people reporting or whatever, just because they want to be nasty. And I always get it rectified. So hopefully YouTube eventually recognizes this pattern of targeted abuse from random people and is a little more lenient when it comes to those false reports. Because also, like, if these accounts are constantly reporting me, they're also going to get taken down because they are wasting everyone's time. Whenever you file a report, you have to have an honorable reason. You know, you can't just do it because you hate someone and not because of like breaking any violations. So I definitely think there's some merit to the way they've set the system up. I have a few interesting topics I'm going to talk about on the podcast today. One of them is TikTok. As we know, it's probably going to be banned in January in the US. And I think the US is probably the largest consumer and creator of TikTok. Completely dwarfs most other countries, even when they're combined as well. So I think it's definitely an interesting development. And I have some interesting opinions on that. So definitely something I want to like talk about. I'm gonna make a new soup recipe this week as well. I don't know if you guys have been following on Instagram. I've been doing a little Martha Stewart moment and just like trying out all these new soup recipes because it's winter and I love to cook, so. Hi, Karen. Yeah, I have like a love-hate relationship with TikTok. It's definitely like addicting, but I can see like how TikTok is so harmful. Because it tricks you into thinking that you are like receiving valuable information and you're like spending your time in an enjoyable way when you're really not. Like, it's such a fast food consumption of media to the point where you forget like the video you watched 3 videos beforehand and you don't really have a lot of takeaways. I think the time spent on TikTok versus the time, you know, worth spending on TikTok is so different. So, is what it is. Thank you, Caitlin. Oh, it smells so good. Today I'm wearing Dark Cherry by, what's it called? Juliet with a Gun. So good. It's like a baby brand off of like, I think, Nina Ricci or something like that. It's so good. So nice. I'm gonna go in with some e.l.f. Camo Blush. Thank you so much. Is makeup really necessary? Because like cars, they have liveries or sticker, but most people have clean cars with none of that, and my sis looks good without makeup. So good, like good for your sis. I enjoy wearing makeup because I feel like it just like refines my look a bit. It's the way to express myself and how I want to appear to the world. And I also do a lot of content creation online, whether I'm doing podcasts, taking photos, and creating content for brands as well. Would you tell a model or an actress not to wear makeup? You know, it's all part of the job for me. I don't put it on just to sit in my house and do nothing. Like, I'm constantly on camera, right? And so for me, it's a little bit of a routine that I do, and I enjoy it. And I also can hang out with you guys and chat while I do it. So very multi-purposeful, fun to try new products, try new looks, right now I'm into this like blushy look with a bit of a 90s flair to it. So I just think, you know, there's so many ways you can express yourself, and I enjoy it for that reason. And I think I look fine without makeup, but I feel like more put together when I'm wearing it, especially when I'm creating content. It just like looks better on camera to me. I feel like if I'm not wearing makeup and I'm like doing a whole production and sitting down and filming and editing, it's like I want to look my best. If I'm not wearing makeup, I might look tired or, you know, just not as put together. And unfortunately as well, it is kind of a little bit of a standard for women in media to be wearing makeup. Like, switch on any news station, I think a lot of you are desensitized to women wearing makeup because you just turn on your TV and you're used to seeing it. Can you imagine if like every single news anchor never wore any makeup? There'd be like backlash, you know. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be that way, I agree, but I think you just forget sometimes like how pervasive it is in the industry, and sometimes we just enjoy wearing it, you know. Makeup should not be banned. You're crazy. Like, men do things too, right? Like, women wearing makeup, sure, like, whatever, it's fun, we do it. Men grow beards, men do personal grooming in certain aspects. Men get certain procedures done to look a certain way. You know what I mean? It's just like there's things everyone does. It's not just women that are like trying to look max or whatever the hell people are saying these days. Biohacking, looks maxing, like whatever. If you can't beat them, join them. I feel like talking about like women wearing makeup is such a reductive and low level conversation, you know, in my opinion. Exactly. Men get their eyebrows done. People get shit done and they just look better when they like are a little bit put together. Is makeup really necessary? Because like cars, they have, you already wrote that and it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't even really know like what you're saying. It makes no sense to me. What's my favorite food? I don't know. I really like Thai food. I really like Indian food. I love pizza. I don't know. I'm not too picky. It just depends what I feel like in the moment. There is some spam going on here. Guys, if you're spamming, I will block. This is a spam-free live stream, y'all. But smash that like button. We're trying to get to 100. Hi, Carly. My favorite makeup to wear at the moment is my lip combo. I feel like it just highlights my lips nicely. It makes me feel like I'm in the 90s. It's so fun. Also, just so you guys know, people have been wearing makeup for thousands of years. Like, you can even see ancient Egyptians wearing makeup. Like, let's calm our titties and stop acting like this is a new invention. It's not. So, yeah. Hi, Gabby. Thank you, Katie. I am perfect. Hi, Aaliyah. Thank you, Luke. Do you guys like the chill music or is it too sleepy? Thank you, Danny. I'm 5'9", so technically I could qualify as a model, I think. It's like, I think models are normally like 5'8" to 6 feet tall. So I kind of fit within that window. But of course you could be a model if you're shorter or taller. Like, that's just like silly parameters. It's just when it comes to maybe runway, it's a little different because they want like people to be around the same height. But I don't know. I don't know. I've never really been in the industry for that. I have done modeling, but like not for pay and not seriously, you know, just like as favors for people. Local artisans and things like that. Hi, Hilly. Ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Gani. I'm gonna talk with a British accent for the rest of this stream and see if the conversation becomes a little bit more refined. I don't know if it will, but a girl can hope. Okay, we've done that. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of blush, powder blush, just to set the liquid blush that we've done. Hi Karim, how's it going? Hi Shanna. Thank you so much, Carlos. Hi Adina. Thank you so much, Bella. You'll be disowned for wearing makeup. Oh my goodness, get off my page. Like, you're just bothering me at this point. It's giving obsession. Literally. At least it's contributing to my engagement, right? Thank you so much for the super chat, John. So sweet. I did not ignore you this time. Send in dollars and I'll never ignore you, chat. It's all good. I'm 5'9", thank you for asking. The British accent is so much better than the AI accent. I love that. Perfect. DJ, I don't know where my mods are. They're probably busy with their day jobs. I don't know. Hopefully I have a mod that comes on soon. Can I touch my ceiling? Oh, I know exactly what you guys are going for. And I am not doing that. Sorry. I'm too gullible, I swear to God. It's absolutely crazy. I almost did that. They're trying to get me banned on live. I just know it. Hello to Gianna from, what country is that? I don't know. So today's beverage is Alani Energy, and this is the orange creamsicle. It's called Dream Flow, but it gives like orange creamsicle vibes. I really love it. I think it's quite nice. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of setting powder just to like refine everything, get my complexion really even and nice. So funny, if someone I know like were to come onto this live and see me speaking with a British accent, they'd be like, oh my goodness, she's absolutely gone bonkers, like lost her mind, like crazy, multiple personality disorder. What is she doing? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. I don't know if I'll do my hair today. I kind of just want to let it dry naturally because I want it to keep it healthy, and if I keep using heat tools, it'll just be a little bit dry like hair, you know. Maya, would you recommend moving to Canada? I'm a marketing student. Do you think that field has potential there? I definitely do, but you'd have to move to like Toronto or Montreal in order to capitalize on that. I think that there is a higher ceiling in Toronto, but again, if you have a choice, I personally might move to the USA because I just feel like the ceiling is so much larger there, like if you were to go to New York or like LA or somewhere. But yes. You really can do my accent. It's so cool. You sound like my daughters. Thank you, DJ. I know, I always wonder if I'm like doing an accent properly and if people are like listening from those regions and they're like, oh my goodness, she sounds like she's actually British or not. Obviously some words I say probably are quite terrible, but a girl can try, right? Who knows? What time is it for me? Right now it's 2:58. Thank you so much, Amar. I am from Toronto, Canada. Toronto. I'm in my Toronto vibes, you know? Running through the six with my woes, as they say, as the locals say. Today I'm quite the blush demon. The Hag. What is the Hag? I love the name. I identify as the Hag. Hi Zane, how's it going? Okay, let's do some eyeshadow. Okay, I feel like everyone oversells the craziness of the USA. I really don't think it's that crazy. Like, obviously, if you go straight to like Louisiana or somewhere, it could be a little bit concerning. Oh my goodness, Ryan, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. I know, I'm happy to be live again. I hope that, you know, you were good while I was gone. And I see your badge turned to blue, which is so exciting. So if you guys join the Brainwalk membership program, you get badges and emotes and things like that, exclusive content. And your badges update as you stay subscribed for each month. So Ryan has the blue. At first it was the pink and then it was the green. So cool. I don't know, I've been in this like era of like trying to really redefine myself. I think in life we all want to level up and do better. So I'm just trying to, you know, really hone like what I value in life, be a little bit more independent, because like I was going on quite a few dates and I feel like since I've been single, I've been like wanting a man in my life, but not necessarily always for the right reasons. Like overall, like yes, like it just as like an addition to my life and just like focusing on my own thing and not using it as like a crutch or anything like that. But regardless, sometimes you get into those habits where you're like, oh my goodness, like why have I like not found my person yet, you know? And then you overextend yourself. So I think I've kind of reevaluated from this weekend, and I think like maybe not for me. Like I need to like take a break and just like focus on career things and making YouTube videos and hanging out with you guys and being single. I feel like there's something really nice about being single as a creator, because a lot of people can identify with you and feel less alone themselves. Like we have each other, right? So we don't necessarily need, I mean, like I live alone, right, too, so I sometimes can feel lonely. I'm someone who likes to like share my life, and like when I'm cooking food and doing shit like that, I like to like cook for other people. So I'll have friends come over or my sister or, you know, whoever. So I just like to share moments with people and be around people. And I think that's what I really liked about being in a relationship, was like I could just like, you know, cook for my man, hang out, like share a life together. And I think that's like what I feel like I'm mourning and I miss. That deeper connection. I'm not really like into hookup culture or anything like that, I've realized. And so I think that's what I'm prioritizing. And in addition, just like recalibrating, like I like to go out and party once in a while, but like I don't want that to be like my main reward in life. Like I'd much rather focus on other things, especially as I'm getting closer to 30. So it's what it is. So that's kind of like where I've been at this weekend, just like rethinking things, rethinking my schedule and trying to like set myself up for success. And I also just want to like vlog more with you guys, like daily vlogs. Obviously we do like these live streams and we just chat for a long time. I will say I sometimes rewatch these live streams like a little bit, and I really dislike how I look or how I sound, because it's so candid. Like you'll never have a more candid platform than a live stream, because you're not editing yourself. You get the ums and the ahs and the likes, as people call me out for in the comments. I see you. But I think I've learned to embrace some of the flaws that I have, you know? Like sometimes I'll rewatch something and be like, wow, I look so disgusting. Like, how could I post that? And then no one else says anything or notices. And then I realize, you know, we're all human beings. We're not gonna look perfect 24/7. And just because you felt insecure about something doesn't mean everyone else thought that about you. So, but it's just part and parcel of being like a public figure. So hope that makes sense. But anyways, so yeah, I've seen a lot of like specifically T-girls posting about dating and stuff too lately. And none of it's good, obviously. And it can be a little disheartening and lonely, especially when you see someone that you look up to who maybe is really attractive and really successful and really well-rounded, and they're like, damn, like I'm being treated poorly, or I'm struggling with, you know, relationships and dating because people aren't valuing me because of something I can never change about myself. So you see that, and sometimes it can be a little disheartening. But I kind of want to like remove myself from that mindset, and like rather than like putting effort into dating, just putting effort into being a better version of myself, and like not needing to live under a timeline of like some kind of nuclear family. Like obviously there was a part of me that like wanted that in some way. Like it would have been like the ultimate affirming thing for me to like have, you know, a husband and children and like be living that life. Like that would have been like, you know, the final check mark in my mind. But I think that sometimes you can't decide how your life's gonna turn out. And all you can do is respond to the twists and turns and make the most of what life gives you, right? It's that old adage, whatever the hell it's called. Life gives you lemons, make lemonade, right? So I think that's kind of what I'm trying to do at this moment. And just find like comfort and peace. And keep the vibes good. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, thank you. Some of your comments are crazy. I am 100% sober. All I'm drinking is a little energy drink. It's literally 3 p.m. on a Monday. I will not humor these ridiculous allegations. Well, that's a positive way to look at it, Ryan. Start that lemonade business. Can you make me feel better? My dog died in my arms. Oh, that's so sad. I can't really make you feel better, but just know that your dog will be waiting for you in heaven. And I've seen so many cute, I feel like I could cry just thinking about it because like dogs are so special to me, and like I obviously have Elio. But I saw this one, whenever I think about it, it like makes me teary-eyed. But it's this one like TikTok or a reel of like what I would see when I get to heaven. And it's the dog running in the field. I just needed to hug him after I like thought of that, you know? Ooh, I was not expecting to get so like emotional on live stream today, but dogs just do that, you know? Like I just, yeah, losing a dog, so sad. So I feel so bad for you. Like I don't even want to picture that, you know? So, okay. Sorry. Thank God I didn't put any mascara on yet. I think I like fucked up my cheek makeup though. But anyways, until they become annoying. No, I'm kidding. Elio is 3 years old. 3 years. Not me crying on live stream because someone else's dog died. I mean, it is sad, but yeah. I mean, I just feel like I have like empathy for that, you know? Like, so it's what it is. I am reading my chat. Okay. Hi, Julie. How's it going? Hi, Star. Do I like K-pop? I think it's cute. It's not my favorite, but I do respect it, and I think it can be fun. I will say I haven't given it like a super fair chance, so I would be down to listen to some new stuff. Yes, I can see my chat. I'm not pre-recorded. Just doing my makeup. Doing my makeup and crying about other people's dogs. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Emily. Sorry that you're sick today. I hope you feel better soon. If I had children, would I adopt or pay a surrogate mother? I would consider both options. I would have to like, you know, talk to my future husband about it and like see what the vibe is, you know? I don't think I would only like adopt, I think, if I had tons of money or, you know, I had a husband, one or the other, or both at the same time, you know. I don't think I would be able to have a child, unfortunately, like just as a single person if I wasn't like super wealthy, because I just would probably struggle too hard. So that's kind of my vibe. Like, I'd want to have a good opportunity for the child that I'm bringing into this world, you know. I wouldn't selfishly want to get a child just because I want one. So but yeah, I think obviously adoption is so good, but there is a part of me that would like to have like biological children that I'm related to, but at the same time it's not really a huge deal. So it's what it is. It's funny, you always hear about adoption, but then I'm thinking in my head, like, I know so few people that actually adopt. It's kind of scary. Like, no one my age that I know of has ever adopted. They just have their own children. So I'm like, weird, interesting. I feel like it's funny because like we as trans people or queer people always get like the brunt of everything. Like, why aren't you adopting? Why aren't you doing this? Meanwhile, like the straights like never adopt hardly. I mean, they do sometimes, but like, you know. So we just have to be mindful of what presidents we're like putting on certain people. This has been such like a roller coaster live stream. Smash that like button. We just hit 100. Did you guys see how hot the assassin was that, you know, nixed that United Health CEO? Luigi Mangione. Oh my god. Hanging his photo in my bedroom. No one's talking about Luigi in chat. I am a powdered donut, sweet and delicious, a delicious treat, a dessert. Thank you. 0% alcohol in this drink. This is just an energy drink. It's not alcoholic. This shirt is from Puma. It's a little wrinkly, but I think it's cute. Did you get your face and teeth done, or is it natural? Completely natural, 100%. Never had anything done. Never even had Botox or filler. I am all natural, baby. All natural. I even do like a natural style of makeup. I'm just so naturally perfect. Life's easy when you look like me. I'm just messing with you guys. I feel like when I talk like that, it really like riles up the trolls and the haters. Like, I should just do live streams where I like act really conceited the whole time and see like how many people get angry, like as a troll myself. I feel like I was one of the OG internet trolls. I used to go on like Neopets chat boards and fight with people when I was like 7. I would like lie and say I was like 18 and then go on the boards and just like fight with people and they would call me a troll. When I was like literally so young. I was born a troll. I do love jazz and classical music. It's so classy and chic. I am in my classy and chic era. That is a fact. And that is the tea. I recently borrowed my sister's lip liner sharpener, so now my favorite lip liner is back in commission. I'll show you guys how to get the perfect lip combo. It's sexy, stunning, classy, mature, elegant. It's giving Sade, it's giving Grace Kelly. It's giving, like, you know, just stunningness. So this is Soar, as in Soar in the Sky by MAC Lip Liner. Charlotte Tilbury Sweet Stiletto. Thank you so much for these super chats. Thank you, David Kaplan. Hello, you look lovely as always. Are you excited for Christmas? Are you going to cook? And what is your favorite Christmas film? Thanks, take care. Well, I just was watching, what's that movie called? It's a Wonderful Life for the first time with my friend Lauren. And we were watching that together over Discord, and it was so cute and just old-timey. So that was kind of fun. And I will be cooking this Christmas with my fam. My mom was already asking for like food ideas. I personally love making the Yorkshire puddings. My Aunt Jackie used to always make them, and it just like started a tradition for me. I love a good Yorkshire pudding with gravy. So tasty, so delicious. So that's probably what I'll be making, but we have a bunch of things too. Like I'll probably have like either turkey or rotisserie chicken, stuffing, some kind of salads, a bunch of different ones. My mom always makes the best like fresh basil orzo salad. So good. And then we have Lamano. Hello, hello. Thank you. More cooking videos coming soon. Yes. I'm currently doing a little soup series over on Instagram, and I am kind of putting them on to my YouTube shorts as well. So yes, soup series. And I want to do some like vlogging, just like regular lifestyle vlogging. That's my goal, like to get into a routine where I figure out how to film from the start of my day to the end of my day, keep it interesting and consistent, because I think that's like fun, you know? It's better than just like sitting and gabbing 24/7. So that's what it is. Yes, I currently am harboring P. Diddy in my bed. I'm keeping him from the feds. I have not really thought of modeling. I told myself when I was 25 that I was too old, so Never happened. That dream is gone. I feel like modeling is like all the things I don't like about acting. You're basically a piece of meat that people just put stuff on and you just like pose and do whatever, and like you have no control of your own. Like you're just a vessel for other people's creative ideas. And I think that like kind of frightened me. There's like aspects that can be fun, and when it's collaborative it's fun, but like being like a straight up like body for like a piece of clothing or like jewelry or whatever, like it's fun when you know the people and it's like part of something that you're passionate about, but it's not quite as fulfilling in the long run. I kind of want to do a little bit of a brighter under eye moment, even though I already powdered it. Hello to Kev from Ontario. I'm also from Ontario. Where in Ontario are you from, Kev? Okay, let's do a little padding. I tried to put my location on here as Toronto, but my top artist on Spotify Wrapped this year, I posted it on my Instagram. It was, I'm honestly not sure who it was. I'm gonna have to double check. There's a few people who it could have been. Who was it? I don't know, let me double check. Okay, so my top artist was Lana Del Rey, obviously. I just love her. I've always loved her. I've loved her since Born to Die came out, and I've never not like listened to an entire album of hers front to back, every single one of them. So not surprised. It might be one of the first times she's my #1 artist though, because like for a few years it was definitely Mariah Carey. But I think there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard and like just the vibes I've been going through. When I feel single and like sad, I just listen to Lana Del Rey because I'm like, no one will ever love me. Smoke a cigarette, let an old man drive me in his pickup car on the old road, cigarette in my hand, like that kind of vibe, you know? I've been out on that open road. You can be my full-time daddy, hot or cold. Yeah, we're about that vibe here. I would love to go to Italy, but probably not Venice, because I heard it's crowded with tourists. Not my vibe. I want to go somewhere beautiful and see the mountains, have it be gorgeous, stunning, a moment. Kind of vibing with eyeliner lately. Let's do some eyeliner. Let's keep things going. That's not eyeliner. Where is the hag? What is the hag? How do I meet the hag? What is it? I don't know. I would love to go to North Korea. I was just talking with this guy on a dating app, and his prompt was dream destination, and I said North Korea, heart eyes. And then he said, oh my god, that sounds so fun. I'd love to go too. And then I was like, yeah, I'm just worried I'll never come back, heart eyes. And then he said, I feel that way about Greece. And I'm like, this guy is like not picking up what I'm putting down. Exactly, Simon. You get the vibes. Maya, you have a beautiful singing voice. You practice and record an album. Oh, thank you. I'm actually working on music currently. I bought a little MIDI keyboard. I don't know if I'll do vocals because I don't think I'm a good singer, but maybe I'll do a little like talking type thing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, eyeliner done. I'm like totally done my makeup. Hair is looking decent. Try to get a little bit of volume in the back by letting it air dry a little more poofy, and then I'll put some gloss on it once it's fully dry. But I'm gonna grab some earrings. I'll be right back. Then we've got our cute little gold earrings. I feel like we've got this like classy, almost vintage vibe going on, which I like. I'm gonna heat up some food if you guys want to stick around, and we can have lunch together. Thank you, Deckard. Have a nice day. I love when you can see my Christmas tree in the back. My phone case is still giving like Halloween vibes. Keep smashing that like button, you guys. I want to get to 200 likes. So I made this really yummy. Oh no, I think I always do that. Oh well. I made this really yummy zucchini pasta yesterday, so I'm gonna try to just reheat that. I love having leftovers because you can just like make it so quickly. Just need to scoop it out with a little spatula. Thank you. They're Russian gel. So they're not actually acrylic, and they're my natural nails underneath. Is this a late lunch or an early supper? It's a late lunch for me. It's kind of like a snack vibe because, let's be honest, it's not going to be crazy filling because it's just zucchini pasta. So, like, not very many calories. But I'm like looking to see if there's anything that I can put on it for protein, but I don't really have anything. I'm thinking I will maybe just put some hemp hearts or something. I don't know. Hemp hearts. What made you the one who starts this whole thing? And all I said was, I can't even read that. It's too long. Do you only respond to people that talk about you? No, I respond to people all the time. Jody. Nuts are good for protein and go well either way. I agree. It's just, I don't think this pasta would be good with just like nuts on top of it. But I think hemp hearts, it would be fine. So I'm doing like almost like a tablespoon of hemp hearts. I give Taylor Swift vibes. That's so funny. I don't know why people have been saying that to me lately. Maybe it's the eyeliner. When I had my bangs like more in my face, people were like commenting that more. I need to get them cut again, you know? They're too long. They go straight to my eyes. Hi, Nadia. Slay vibes. So funny how angles can like literally make you look so different. So this is me with a huge forehead. This is me with a huge chin. So this is what my pasta looks like right now. Zucchini pasta is thawing. So thank you so much for the super chat, Lamano. How's my love life going? Currently no love in my life. No love in my life. Even at my ripe age of 29, I feel like I'm always learning lessons. And I just feel like I've been like disheartened by men lately. Not in like a huge way, but just like I always realize time and time again that men are like very physical creatures and they have motivations, right? And sometimes they do shit that they don't actually mean in order to try to get something from you. And you have to be very careful about who you let in to your circle and to your life, you know? And so I'm just practicing more boundaries that way and not allowing myself to be opened up to people because I am a valuable person. I am so many amazing things, as we all are. And if someone wants to get to know me on that level, they have to also be worth it, you know? And I feel like we live in such like a hookup culture vibe, and it's not for me. And I think a lot of people lack the emotional maturity in order to sustain a relationship or to admit that like they struggle with wanting one because they think that that's like admitting defeat. It's like the chase, right? Like it's just such like a classic thing that people have dealt with forever. But I've kind of realized, you know, it's pretty black and white sometimes. Like if someone isn't picking up what you're putting down from the get-go, 9 times out of 10, probably more than 9 times out of 10, they never will, you know? Like, you have to know from the start whether or not someone is serious. And I feel like I've given guys too much grace where I'm like, oh, like they seem nice. And then they just like don't match your standards of what you would expect from a partner. And you give them too much of your time and access to you as a person. And then you have to be like, wait a minute, no, like I deserve someone who's gonna prioritize me, or I deserve someone who's going to be at the emotional maturity that I'm at, or I deserve someone who is gonna communicate their feelings and not make me guess, you know? So, would I date an influencer? Ooh, that's a good question. I totally would. I don't discriminate at all in those ways. Like, I'm open to dating like most anyone as long as we vibe, you know? If we have like the same energy. Here's my pasta. This is a zucchini pasta with a sun-dried tomato pesto cream sauce with some hemp hearts, blistered cherry tomatoes, and some Parmesan Reggiano. And it is delicious. So good. No, I never dated a woman. I've never been attracted to women. But I've always been besties with women my whole life. I am modified genetically. I care not of pleasure. I enjoy other things. I do exist. I will never find anyone like myself. I have always something more from life. I have always something more from life. Sounds dystopian. Do we have a robot in chat? A cyborg? Love that for you, creepy. But also, why is your name creepy? I feel like I'm insulting you. Hi, Miles. This is so flavorful. I will say I'm kind of tempted to get like a McDonald's burger. Don't do it. You're so funny, Jasmine. Only because I get so many random comparisons. Sending my love to Sweden. Hey, hey. Thank you. I love the 80s look. If your name is Jody on the screen, I'm not going to remember that your name's Taylin. You have to switch your name. It's not a me problem. It's a you problem, girl. What are signs that show a relationship is working well? I mean, there's really obvious signs. That's the thing too, is I feel like if you haven't had a successful relationship, you question things more. So you might be like, oh, we're having a rough patch early on, but maybe we'll work through this and maybe it'll get better and maybe it'll be worth it, you know? But the reality is you shouldn't be having like rough moments early on, you know? Like when you're in the honeymoon phase, that's when you know you're clicking with this person. That's like, you should have like 6 months of like bliss where you're respectful and polite to each other. You're excited to be around each other. You know, you have like the butterflies and you're having fun and all that stuff. And you're working together and you have a symbiotic relationship, you know? They should add value to your life. They should make you excited and happier and like, you know, just bring a sense of joy to you. That's not all encompassing and all consuming, but that just adds a layer to what you already have going on, you know? And so I think that's a sign. Not being nervous, not like feeling on edge or like vulnerable or worried that they're gonna screw you over. You have to have that trust from the get-go, because if you don't trust them, it's never gonna, you're not gonna grow trust with them and all of a sudden in a year, like, okay, now I trust you. It's more just like, you have to have that respect and communication. Sorry, this Alani's like making me burp. Thank you, Aya. What, you wanna come up, Peanut? Elio keeps walking around me. You do have to be able to let your guard down for sure. But you shouldn't be like, you know, skeptical or jealous or like, you know. Do you think relationships are harder in Toronto? I don't know, because like I can't really compare. I've pretty much lived in Toronto like my whole adult life. I do think there is so many limitless options out there. Like there's guys that I don't know, there's one guy that I met this fall and he checked a lot of my boxes in terms of like attractive, our personalities matched, we had stuff in common, and I just felt like there was like great chemistry between us, which I don't find often, you know? But he was not, at least from my perspective, he's not in the mindset to want something more substantial, because he just moved to Toronto and he lives downtown for the first time and he's going out and partying every weekend. And so he doesn't want that, you know, at least at this point in his life. And so it's like, I had to be like, okay, I guess that's not for me. Even though I kind of was like mourning the opportunity to get to know that person more, because I was like, wow, like I actually really vibed with this person. Haven't felt that way in a long time, but they're just not putting in any effort back. Like they're not, like they're interested in me, but not in a substantial way. And so if you're not getting that need met, then it's like, there's nothing there, right? So I think in that way, like being in a city, any big city, it's harder to find someone who's more serious and who's willing to put down the hoeing in order to like actually form a deeper bond with someone, you know? And then you also have to question if someone is into that lifestyle of like hooking up and doing whatever like all the time, are they gonna be able to easily transition into something more committed? You know what I mean? Like maybe they won't, maybe they'll struggle with that for a long time, you know? I think once people get into that mindset of like separating intimacy from emotional connection, then it can be very difficult to attach it back to itself when it comes to a long-term relationship. And that's how you have cheating and stuff like that, right? Because then you have all these options. Like you end up with a partner who is sleeping around, right? And then they have all of these remnants of those days on social media, or people reaching out to them being like, hey, like, what are you doing tonight, you know? And they've set that lifestyle up for themselves. Then that's how you have a poor foundation of trust at the beginning of a relationship, because you chose to try to pursue something with someone who really doesn't value the sacredness of intimacy. Do you think most men are afraid of commitment? I don't think so. I think that some men are afraid of commitment. I think there's like a toxic element in society where it's like the manosphere, right? They try to project this idea that to be a successful alpha top tier man in society, you have to have your pick of the litter. You have to, you know, have your option of wife to like have your child and like, you know, bring up your offspring. But then you also like want to have your hose on the side, and like how high your body count is a flex if you're a man, like that kind of energy, right? But it ultimately is actually quite toxic and does a disservice to you in the long run. I find those men are the most unhappy because they quantify their value off of how many people they can sleep with, or like who they were able to conquer, and you know, the chase and all that stuff. And it ends up isolating them from their own humanity and their own compassion, and from reaching a deeper layer of commitment and, you know, the intertwining of souls with your partner. So I think that in the long run, it does men a disservice the most of all, because women are always going to be able to find men who can, you know, hit those marks with them. But the men who like rely the most on validation from how many people they sleep with or what kind of women will sleep with them or whatever, those are the loneliest people in my opinion. And they'll never be satisfied and they're always like searching for something to fill the void. So I think in that way, like those types of men, they do struggle with commitment because they're afraid that if they commit to someone, it's a sign of weakness and it like limits their options. So I think the alpha mentality is something so toxic and something created by men that keeps men in a toxic cycle. What does that have to do with anything Arnonimus? Men are not afraid of commitment at all. If a man don't want to commit to you, it simply means that he doesn't value the relationship as much. Exactly. I agree with that as well, but I also think that some men are afraid of commitment. Like, why wouldn't they be, you know? Like, maybe someone broke their heart early on, or maybe they're, you know, afraid that if they open up, someone won't like all colors of them, you know? And lots of women have issues with commitment too that way. The fact that I work with the internet, do you think that could be a reason? Are you saying like me having like a public platform prevents me from being able to find more meaningful relationships or date? I think it's kind of the same thing as like being perceived as attractive in society. It's advertising something superficial, and that's what the dating apps are, right? So you are advertising something that actually does not provide any value to you in the long run. So if you are really attractive, let's say, you are advertising this attractiveness to a large majority of men, and they're all interested because they see you as attractive, they are physically attracted to you, but that has a higher value to them than actually getting to know you as a person. So while, you know, you might be flattered that they were into you and they chose you, you're kidding yourself if you don't think that that initial attraction was just something superficial, if that makes sense. And so I've definitely like had moments, and you don't even have to be like super attractive or anything like that. Like I'm not claiming to be like, you know, the most pretty person or whatever, but like I've had moments where like I've gone on dates and like you like ask the guy and you're like, what did you find interesting about my profile? Like, why did you choose to match with me? And 99% of the time they would always say like, well, obviously I found you attractive. And then I'm like, well, yeah, but like what else, you know? Like that's not interesting. Like that's not, you know, like that's not gonna flatter me. Like I'm not interested in that. Like I would like you to be like, oh, I found like your job interesting, or I found, you know, XYZ interesting about you. And it goes both ways too. Like I'm sure women are like that too, right? Like if you see a really hot guy on a dating app and then you swipe for them, you are also participating in that culture. That's why I think sometimes people struggle with long-term relationships because they focus on the wrong things. Obviously, like you want to find your partner attractive, but you shouldn't allow that to distract you from the other qualities that you need to have in common. But to bring that back to like having a social media presence, I've never had someone reject me because I have a presence on social media. If anything, it's the same as like the attractivity or whatever. It's the same as that. It's a superficial quality. So men will like follow me on, they'll match with me on a dating app, let's say like Raya or Bumble or whatever, Hinge. And when they ask for my social media, I'm like, okay, sure. Then they see like, oh, 60,000 Instagram followers. So they might be like, wow, like who is this person? Like, oh, like, you know what I mean? So it becomes this spectacle in a way, rather than, and also I then am now oversharing information about myself that they have access to, and I don't have access to them in that way. So it can be a double-edged sword. Sometimes it's like, you know, something that's interesting to them for like a superficial reason. And sometimes it's something that provides them with too much access to you as a person. So it's about finding that balance. Like sometimes I don't tell guys that I do social media because I don't want them to look me up and watch like all my content and like have full access to everything about me. Like, I don't think that's fair. But I also feel that way about exes too, because like for me, when I like break up with someone, I just have to like never see them again and never hear about them, which I guess is good in the long run, but they will always have access to me. Like, depending what I share online, they'll always be able to check in on me. Like, someone who I've dated could be watching this right now and be like, oh, I see what she's doing. You know, like I still have like a pulse on like what's going on in her life. And I have no idea like at all like what my exes are doing, because like I don't have a connection with them. They don't post online, and you know, it's almost more natural that way, but I don't know. It's a little bit strange. I'm gonna go back to eating and stop yapping. What would make you write back to a DM on a dating app? I don't even know what should be my opening line anymore. Even the simple, honest approach isn't that effective anymore. I think as long as like you are compatible, someone will answer you. Do you know what I mean? Like if someone's not answering you or you're not getting a match, it's simply because they're not interested. It's like pretty simple that way. I think as long as you're like kind and engaging, you could be witty and funny, but I think that if you have to like really look up what to say, then you're not really being honest with yourself. And you're not being honest in the situation. Like if you have to Google how to talk to someone, like obviously you could do like a funny pickup line or whatever, but if you have to like Google how to interact with someone and how to like get a date, then you're not like honoring yourself, because you want someone to like you for who you are, not for what you Googled, you know? So I think it can be challenging and disheartening if people aren't talking to you or matching, but just know it's for the right reasons, because the right person is gonna find you and they are gonna, you know, be interested in you for who you are, outside of, was I engaging enough? Was I funny enough? You know, like they're gonna like you no matter what. As long as you're not a creep. Most of the time it's superficial. How are you old? What? I'm not sure what you're asking, Gia. I am eating zucchini noodles with a tomato, sun-dried tomato pesto. So tasty. Yes, no snow here. It is nice, strawberry. It kind of tastes like a zucchini lasagna. It's so nice. Not married. I like snow too, but it does make life difficult. Does this pasta sound squelchy? I'm not American, I'm Canadian, but hi, Miley. Hi, Logan. I love that you're out and proud. So cute. Rainbows for Logan. Are there more cooking videos coming up on IG? Yes. I'm gonna do a new soup recipe this week. Haven't decided what kind of soup to make. Do you guys have any suggestions? I wish I was a lesbian, but I'm not. Ham and bean soup. I'm sorry, Ryan, but I already did, I did a split pea and ham soup. So I'm kind of over the ham moment. Why do you find me ridiculous, Gia? So true, Simon. Snaps to that. Beef soup. Do you mean like beef stew? Italian mafia? Clam chowder. I don't know why, but clams kind of gross me out. Italian sausage with potato soup. That sounds good. I could do like a creamy sausage potato soup. Potato leek also sounds good. I have not done a lot of baking, but I would like to get back into it. The most I really did was like doing really good chocolate chip cookies, and I would cook them in the oven and take them fresh out and then have them with ice cream. Ah, so good. My favorite desserts lately have been like pastries and things with lots of laminations and layers, like croissants and like baklavas and like things like that. So nice. It's like a nice change up. Thank you. You guys are being so kind. I do like doing lives. I love it. I think it's so chill. I get lonely because I live alone. And so it's nice to just hang out with you guys and know that other souls around the world are tuned in and just vibing with me. Hi, Swifty forever. I can't remember where I got these, but you could probably get them like anywhere, like on Shein or on Temu or on like Ana Luisa. Like you could probably find similar ones in most places. So wherever you want to shop, but they're cute. I agree, Ryan. It's been a pretty good chat. Pretty good chat. And I'm sorry if I missed any of your guys' comments. It's only because they go pretty fast. So sometimes I miss them. Thank you, Joni. I'm glad you appreciate them. Good night, Johnny from Sweden. Nutty, nutty. I agree, Beacon. If anyone else out there is feeling like lonely and single and like, why couldn't I find the right person? I think one thing that I like to think about is that like, we just have higher standards. Like you always could settle and be with someone in this moment, but you decided, I want more for myself. I want to feel a deeper connection. And you honored yourself, and that's why you are where you are now. And I think that's really sweet. How would I describe my fashion style in 2024? I think I'm kind of progressing towards a more revival of like late 80s, early 90s. What would I describe it as? Like sultry glam. Late 80s, early 90s, sultry glam. That's kind of my vibe. Yeah, so I'm wearing Soar MAC lip liner and Sweet Stiletto Charlotte Tilbury lip gloss. Sorry to hear that, Aya. Sending you love and good thoughts and prayers. Gia is such a troll. Thank Thank you, Joni. If you guys want to watch me play video games, I have a Twitch. It's linked in my description box. And I'll probably be doing Fortnite tonight. Unfortunately, I don't know very much Swedish. I'm gonna wait till the winter sale because I missed out on Cyber Monday, but I'm gonna purchase Red Dead Redemption 2 and what was the other game? Cyberpunk. Those will be like my Christmas gifts to myself. Hee hee. Sometimes I do Roblox. I do like Dress to Impress. Yes, Johnny, I know some Swedish. What other Swedish do I know? Gratis. God jul. God jul. Hej då. Bulla. Saft. Fin. Slut. Klumpig. I really know the most random words in Swedish. I learned klumpig just to call my sister clumsy for fun. Who should pay on the first date? I know this is old-fashioned of me, but I would never want to be the one paying on the first date. I just think like the role that I occupy in a relationship is more feminine, and it's like not very, like I don't want to date a man that doesn't want to like pay for the date. Like that's the bar's on the floor, you know? And I know it sounds like a little bit reductive and like whatever, but chances are I'll probably be the better cook in the relationship, and like I'll be able to do things better on the home front. So he better take me out and pay for our dinner together, because like at least in my past, like I haven't been dating any chefs, so I'm the one who like keeps things going at home, you know? He should be able to like treat me. That's what I think. What do you guys think about that? Hi, Robert from Jamaica. I can't with some of those comments. How many languages do you speak? I speak un petit peu français and English. I don't really speak anything else. I know a little bit of Swedish because my mom's Swedish, but unfortunately she did not speak it to me growing up. I agree. For me, it's more of like a gesture, because like I don't want to like go on a date with some guy who has no money and it's like, oh, I should be paying to like even it out. It's like if you don't have enough to provide in a relationship, then you probably have other things to worry about, and you probably shouldn't be taking someone on a date. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be like the top of your mind things to do if like paying for a date is such a big expense for you. To me, it's like the gesture of wanting to show like, I care about you, I care about this interaction, and I want this to go somewhere, and I'm investing in you and in this date. So that's why I'm paying for it. And I want to show you like a physical manifestation of my commitment. It's not so much like, you know, the money aspect. I agree, Simon. What are my professional plans? I want to, okay, I have these 2 ideas in 2025 for YouTube. One is to just do more lifestyle vlogs that don't center around LGBT stuff, but that just center around my life. And that could be like, daily vlogs. Like, I wake up in the morning, what am I doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of vibe that you see from other creators around the world. I love watching that kind of content because we all live unique lives. And so just like sharing like stuff like that. And like you guys will see my day to day, and I'll film more when I'm out doing things. Like maybe I'm starting new workout classes. Maybe I'm going out with my friends for drinks on the weekend. And I just want to like include you guys in a very real way so that you see my full scope in that sense and not be so self-conscious about creating content on the fly, Excuse me. And then I also want to continue with Brain Rot and have more guests on. I think I shine the most when I have guests and we have the most to talk about. So those 2 things I think are my professional goals with social media. And then I eventually would like to pivot into something a little more professional in terms of creating art and stuff. I'm doing some music right now as a hobby. I have a few programs on my computer and I'm kind of learning and teaching myself how to use them. And then I also have a short film that I would like to submit for funding. So just that kind of stuff is on my radar. And yeah, hopefully get to work with some cool brands in the new year. And I really want to separate my identity from my content and just create and be the person that I am in this moment. Because I realized like the label comes with a lot more preconceived judgment than who I am as a person. Like if I move through the earth just as Maya and people get to know me on a person-to-person basis, it's very different than like walking into a room with a label, at least the point that I'm at in my life and my transition and everything. So those are my goals, I think. And just like honoring myself in my space. Hopefully that makes sense. Who would you like as guests? And what's the nerdiest thing I do? Who would I like as guests? I feel like we obviously all have dream guests and stuff like that. Like big celebrities and whatever. Like that would be so cool. But obviously I don't think that I'm at a place to even like imagine that. But like content creator wise, I don't know. I could have some more of the dolls on. I feel like we always have engaging dialogues. I really enjoyed my episode with Adia. I think it could be cool to have, other people on like Samantha Lux, or even Blair White would be interesting. I feel like she doesn't really have a lot of I guess podcasts or things with other trans women. Like she mostly does it with like the right-wing people and stuff like that. So it could just be interesting to have 2 girls with different perspectives chatting with each other. I'm not saying like I agree with all of her perspectives because I don't. And I just think it could be interesting because at the end of the day, I feel like we all have a lot more in common than we do have differently. So I think it would be interesting. Obviously, Steph Saniati as well. I would love to have her on the podcast. We've been like mutuals for so long, and I just feel like we would have a lot of fun just chatting with each other. Who else would I like to have on? Yeah, I mean, I will say, like, I don't really know Gigi Gorgeous or Princess Jules at all. I would be happy to, like, chat with them as well. I don't know, like, what their vibe is or if they even know who I am. I just haven't had any contact with them. But I don't know. I feel like it could be good, but it also could be weird. Because I feel like they're a lot more, I guess, guarded about what they share and what they talk about. So I would feel a little more awkward for some reason, like hosting them. Like it would have to be more professional, I guess. Gia is crazy. I'm about to block. I'm not wearing extensions. You think I would pay for extensions for my hair to be this short? I agree, Rajiv, but a little bit of controversy goes a long way on social media. There's also this one doll who I'm like mutuals with on Instagram, and I think she's so interesting, and she's like a supermodel from New York, and I feel like I would have some fun conversations with her. I think we have a similar vibe. There's just certain people that I feel like I have a similar vibe with, and we would just like click and get each other. And so, Well, I think that's all for my live stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's live. I enjoyed it. It was like a good start to my week. I'll have more lives throughout the week. And yeah, I think that I can't with all these comments. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Keep smashing that like button. It helps me out as a creator. We're only growing this channel, and also we're so close to hitting my goal of 250,000 subscribers. So keep subscribing, hit that bell notification. I go live almost every single day. Thank you for supporting, and I'll see you guys for the next one, and I'll have a new episode of Brain Rock coming out this week, and I'll see you guys later. Oh my God, I just hit 247. Thank you, thank you. That's amazing. We're only 3,000 away now. Iconic, legendary. Lipstick is Soar MAC Lip Liner and Charlotte Tilbury's Sweet Stiletto Lip Gloss. I buy expensive extensions. I can see your real hair. Gia, you are absolutely crazy. You need to take a Xanax and calm down. This is 100% my natural hair color. Like, there's no roots, there's no hair extensions. You wish you could never. And I think you're just trying to get a reaction from me. So we're just not gonna cater into that anymore. Disappointing way to end the live stream. I think I'm just gonna block Gia. Go take a Xanax, Gia, relax, calm down, smoke a spliff, and leave us all alone. You're banished to the hole from which you crawled out of. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much.